Timeline of industry in Manchester from 1800s to the 1900s. Introduction. Manchester and Industrial Evolution. Manchester, England is widely known and is a relative example of the Industrial Revolution, from the positive aspects of economic growth to technological advances to the more negative qualities associated, like overcrowding and social stratification. Britain, 1800s. Around 10 million tonnes of coal had been mined in Britain. Along with the political changes initiated by the French Revolution, the Industrial Revolution shaped European history during the 19th and early 20th centuries, and Manchester provided a pattern for the development of the industrial city. The discovery of the steam engines by James Watt in the late 1760s cleared the way for rationalisation, mass manufacturing, and a revolution in transportation brought about railways, making England the cradle of the industrial age. Britain, 1801. Richard Trevithick, a mining engineer and inventor, drove a steam-powered locomotive down the streets of Camborne in Cornwall. The muscle-powered spinning jenny and the water-powered water frame were both brought to the market at around the same period. In 1784, the first mechanised loom was created. While there is little question that Manchester's industrialisation was a boon to the city, the increased economic production was not without its drawbacks. The overcrowding, bad working conditions, and social inequality that arose in Manchester as a direct result of the Industrial Revolution are discussed in this section. However, not all of Manchester's developments as a result of the Industrial Revolution were negative. Some of the world's most well-known ideas on the working class emerged during this period. Britain, 1801. The textile industry experienced a revolution as a result of these inventions. Hundreds of textile employees were laid off and pushed into poverty. The output of cotton textiles in Manchester increased from 13,000 tonnes in 1760 to 190,000 tonnes in 1860. Manchester was a major city of the English textile industry in the 19th century, and for a while it was the world's most significant industrial centre. Britain, 1830. George Stephenson created the first public intercity rail line in the world, connecting the great northern cities of Manchester and Liverpool. Urban structures circa 1850. Manchester's most significant industrial advantage was the numerous streams along which water-powered cotton mills began operations in the 18th century. Cotton was brought in from the British colonies and delivered to Manchester via Liverpool Harbour. Following the introduction of the steam engine, the industry exploded, attracting enormous numbers of employees from the destitute royal population. Britain, 1851. Rural to urban migration results in over half the population of Britain now residing in towns. Urban structures circa 1850. Local mines were unable to meet the demand for coal to run steam engines. Therefore, it was carried to the mills along these canals. Along these waterways, raw cotton wool, as well as completed goods, were transported. In 1829, the railway line between Liverpool and Manchester was completed, greatly improving the efficiency of the transportation system. Britain, 1912. The industry of Great Britain reaches its peak, with the textile industry producing around 18 billion yards of cloth. Textile industry and debts. Manchester and the neighbouring conurbation grew as a result of the textile industry's success. The Manchester Athenaeum, 1836 to 37, the Corn Exchange, 1837, and the Royal Victoria Gallery of Practical Science, 1840 to 42, were among the many institutions founded, including the Bellevue Zoological Gardens, founded by John Jenison in 1836. By 1853, Manchester had 108 cotton mills, the highest number in the country, in what is now the city centre. Warehouses were prevalent. For a structure with such
George? Didn't get the chance.
With such a simple function, these 19th century Manchurian warehouses were typically elegant and colourful. Watts Warehouse on Portland Street is the most well-known 19th century warehouse.
Very good.
Bibliography.
It's gold here in Melbourne, so